Yes, and welcome guys to my channel. This is a new channel dedicated to Football Manager. And of course, we're playing Football Manager 2020, which has now been out since November. And well, we'll start our first save with AFC Ajax, or as they called their nickname, the Godenzone. Of course, what we'll be doing in this series is not just a regular playthrough. What we'll be doing is well, everyone above 30 or 30, we have to get rid of them. So they can't play, we have to sell them as quickly as possible before they decline in value. And we can't sign anyone above 20. They have to be 20 when they arrive at the club. And yeah, we'll be taking AFC Ajax because, well, it's my favorite club. Yeah, so let's get into it. Uh, yeah, of course, we play at the Johan Cruyff Arena, the legendary player from both Ajax and Barcelona, of course. Both training and youth facilities are superb with exceptional youth recruitment. Last season we finished first in the Eredivisie, and the media prediction is that we'll finish first as well. Of course, we have to live up with this. However, we have to sell a few of our players who might be costing us the title in the first year, but we'll try and strengthen our squad so that we can give them as much as a challenge as we can. And of course, well, where I actually have to get in first. So already on this screen, there are two players who got to leave, and those are Dusan Tadic and Klaas-Jan Huntelaar. They're both 30 years and well, or above, and basically we have to get rid of them. We can't play them, we can't use them, otherwise it would be cheating. Blind, of course, is already he's 28, 29ish. Maybe we can use him for another year, sell him off in the summer, maybe in January if anyone good comes in. Tagliafico got a few more years in him left, but I've seen him go in January or in the summer transfer for 50 to 60 plus million. So if we can get that kind of money, it would be amazing. Same goes for Promes. If he's having a good season, of course, we'll be having a lot of money from him. Feldman, I do not rate him that much. I'm not sure why he's in there. I think he's Alvarez and Lisandro Martinez are much better. They can offer more, got more potential in them. So we'll try to get rid of him as well. Transfer obligations, we've got Anthony coming in in the summer transfer window. This is a default transfer. We can't change that. Same goes for Hakim Ziyech, who's leaving. That's very unfortunate. He's one of the best Ajax players there is. Together with Van de Beek, they will be both vital to our title challenge. Ryan Babel, we're not going to use him. Just put him straight in our B squads as soon as possible because yeah, he's over 30. So let's get into it. Yes, what we have to do: play entertaining football, play attacking football. That's the way everybody I think likes to play it, unless you're like a very defensive manager like Mourinho. I don't like that. I like to play either way. The way Jurgen Klopp has his Liverpool going, or Josep Guardiola has got his Manchester, his Barcelona, or Bayern Munich playing. Develop players using the youth system. Of course, that's what integral to this particular series. So yes, we will do that. And of course, we have to win the Eredivisie. We have to win the Dutch Cup. Of course, it's not in here, but they like that very much. The Super Cup is deemed not important, but we will try to win it. Of course, things went away really fast. The Champions Cup will have to reach the first knockout round, which is minimum that's required. That would be tough, depending on what kind of group we are getting. Of course, we'll have to get into the group stages first, as yeah, well, you know the rules. Yeah, so we have to improve on everything. So let's get right into it. I always schedule a press conference. I've pressed this one a few times on no, and it gets sacked immediately. Of course, that's not what we want. Intra squad friendly, I like to do those so we can see what we'll work with, and the squad already gets a little bit of familiarity to the tactics that we're going to use. and an advice report is always handy. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm Mr. Manager, and this is my Ajax save. So yes, here we are. We have taken charge of AFC Ajax. We take over from Erik ten Hag, who's done, of course, a marvelous job at Ajax. So yeah, we won't take the inductions as I've already played a few games, of course, not new to this game. Yeah, the Dutch transfer window, of course, we sold De Ligt and De Jong for both huge money. That has strengthened the war chest for this first season tremendously. We've got 75 million in the bank, which of course we're going to be using to get in those youngsters. And here we've got the squad. Of course, I've already told you we have to get rid of Huntelaar, Tadic. We can use Blind for one more season, maybe use Promes for a season or two, depending on what his ability is going to do. If he's getting a lot of injuries, and well, of course, Nico, one of our well, it's our best left back, so we'll have to get at least a really proper um, backup for him. I've already got someone on my mind, and maybe in the next episode you will see who that is, depending if he's coming or not. Of course, we got here Neres. He's going to be our first choice on the left. Donny van de Beek is going to be paired up with Hakim Ziyech or Marin on the midfield. Towards Daily there. He's going to be our DM, defensive midfielder, as that's his most preferred role, and I think he's best suited to that. And as a striker, of course, we'll have to get in someone new or just use someone from the B squad. And maybe I've already got someone on my mind. Of course, we'll bump in Lassina Traore. He's going to be very good. He's got a 4-star potential in this game. I've seen him realizing that within the first season, scoring over 30 goals across all competitions. Of course, that's huge, that's big. So yeah, of course, that sentence there, exciting young prospect, wasn't far from the first team level. I couldn't agree more. So yeah, he's going to be straight into our squad. Probably try to get rid of Zakaria Labiat as well. Same goes for where is he? Defense. So Joel Feldman. I'm not going to use him. Same goes for Carl Whiting. I'll hardly use him ever. And he doesn't turn out to be that good. So try to get rid of those players. As for our hottest prospects so far, we've got Alvarez, 5-star potential. Same goes for Gravenberch. Very good player. Turns out to be an absolute beast in almost every save I've seen him in. Dest becomes very good, or has the potential to become very good. Might start on the right, or Masoui might start, depending on which one I prefer. Of course, Dest got big potential over Masoui, so that might come into factor. However, Dest is a bit of injury prone, if I'm correct. Let's go see. No, apparently not. Of course, you slot right into that right back. We'll start off with our first team. I like to use the Gegenpress, have that attacking mentality, and of course, he thinks our assistant manager thinks we should use with 2 forwards, an advanced playmaker behind them, 2 central midfielders, a defensive midfielder, 4 on the back, and a sweeper keeper. Sweeper keeper, of course, is one of the most used roles there is, and Onana will fit in straight into that slot. I think we'll start off with the 4-1-4-1 DM wide, as I like to have that. And in that defensive role, of course, straight into is going to be Daily Blind. On the right, we've got here David Neres, who, by the way, he turns out to be an absolute monster. He's currently valued at 13 million. I've seen him go on the end of the season to some clubs that are willing to pay up to 80 million, which of course is a lot of money. So we'll have to use that money if we're going to sell him. Yes, so as said on the right, we are going to be using Sergino Dest. Try to develop him as much as possible, as that of course is the aim of this save game, using those youngsters, sell them on for profit, and turning new youngsters into absolute beasts. The two central defenders will be for this first season, Martinez and Alvarez. Might come up with a backup player. I've got one on my mind. I've used him in almost every save game, and he turns out to be an absolute monster in each and every one of them. Of course, we got here Tagliafico, and then on the midfield, as I've told you, we are using Donny van de Beek and Hakim Ziyech. Those aren't their preferred roles, so we won't be using that. I like to have Ziyech in that Mazala role, maybe with that shoot more often, since he can score absolutely wonder goals. Let's go through his attributes. His first touch 16, free kick taking 16, long shots 14, passing 16, technique 16. Overall, a very good player in that role. Why I highlighted Mazala. Yeah, so we'll train him a bit more on shooting, as that would be more efficient for him. And there we got from the Beek, deep line playmaker on support. Of course, he will be there for us. I'll try to tie him down for as long as we can, but of course, he's already wanted by United, and I've seen offers coming in for him for over 40 to 50 to 60 million from a lot of high-ranking clubs. Now we've got, of course, Promes, and as a striker, we will be using Traoré, as we can't use anyone else yet. We'll have him set as the advanced forward, as that is his preferred role, and I like him in that way. Of course, this is a little bit more defensive system. If we want to go attacking, we'll just move up this position into an advanced playmaking, and then we'll get Bind out and we'll swap him for, where is that Mr. There he is, Marine or Gravenberch, who are very good in those roles as well. So yeah, this is the first, as I've told you guys, this is my first YouTube video. We'll try to get rid of 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 players. Try to cash in them now. Maybe have him on a loan somewhere where he can play regular football, and then try to sell him on later. But preferably we get rid of that 50k a week, as that's a lot on the weight budget. As you can see here, Ziyech and Anthony. Ziyech is going to leave 1st of July next year, and then Anthony comes back in. Anthony, of course, 19-year-old, we can't change that. He's joining us. He will be 20 years when he's arrived. So it's on the border. It's not preferable, of course, but we'll try to make the most out of it. We've got a few more clauses. Let's check them out. We've got a few outgoing. All right, we'll have to pay United 2 million. After 16 league appearances, we get another 1.5. We have a sell-on clause. Yeah, sell-on clauses are the worst, of course. For example, if we sell Neres for 60 million, 20% of that 60, which is 12 million, is going to SPO. Yeah, we don't want that. We definitely don't. The 12 million should be ours. Of course, we'll have a lot of money coming in from Juventus, 15 million for each year until 2024. You can already sell a few clauses. We'll get another 250k for Kluivert after 21 league appearances. We could sell it now, but with over 75 million in the transfer budget, I don't think it's necessary. Of course, we can get this one. We're not going to be using it. Well, let us say, especially this one, because it's a sell on class. Unfortunately, it's on the profit. So, yeah, we'll try when we're going to sell players to get money off the next transfer fee, because that's of course way more profitable. For example, if Klaverts gets sold for 20 million, we get 2 million of that. That's very handy to have. Which budget is currently a little bit, we're spending more than we have, so we'll just make the budget already. I like to have right, we can't. We currently can't set it as we've not agreed yet to the systems and or to the vision of the board and expectations, of course. This is not a problem, so we'll just accept that current vision. They're all happy now. So yeah, preseason, we're going to change this. We're going to put in a few more friendlies, and when we meet again, we'll probably be here at the Philips BSV, not Philips. That's not what they're called. We meet again at the second PSV game. Of course, we'll play them in the Super Cup. Well, since it's not that important, I'm not going to show that. I might show you the highlights of it, but for our first game, we'll meet you here, first official game. Of course, we'll go over the transfers that have occurred. Maybe a few staff changes if you guys like that. Just let me know down in the comments what else you want to see. If you got any scouting suggestions, let me know as well. And yes, I hope you guys have a very nice weekend or very nice day. Not weekend, it's not weekend yet, it's only Tuesday. I hope you guys have a very nice day, and I'll hope to see you soon. If you've liked this video, please leave a like, consider to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.